Both blue-white Delver, so we are in our mirror match here. Alex is up a game, and we'll see what our board state looks like when we get back to it, and here we are.
We have a Restoration Angel on Alex's side of the table with 5 lands in play.
And it looks like we have a Snapcaster Mage resolving a Taxing Probe, and the card that Alex showed him looked to be a Vapor Snag. So it looks as though that's the last card in Alex's hand. He's going to be trying to ride this Restoration Angel to victory.
It looks like Barrett has 2 copies of Vapor Snag in his hand.
That's an attack, and that's a snag.
Okay.
Alex's draw step for you guys at home was Ponder, if you guys can't see that very well. So he's going to just return that, and he's going to cast Restoration Angel again.
So he has 1 mana left over, and he just drew Ponder this turn. So he's sitting on Ponder Snag, and I think he's just passing. It wouldn't surprise me if the threat of a sword is possibly compelling him to leave up Vapor Snag rather than casting his Ponder with his remaining mana.
Sure.
I don't remember Kroeger's list exactly. Oh, he has Pikes.
Yeah, he has Pikes, and he also has Spectral Flight as well. So
right, he's just playing conservative this turn because he's not really jammed up on mana that much. He can just cast his Ponder next turn and still do anything he was going to do anyway off of whatever cards he sees.
Yep.
And it's funny how Restoration Angel changes the dynamic a little bit of the Delver Mirror matches because it's a threat that you actually can't. It has some durability against Vapor Snag. Like if you're on the front foot, you can just leave your mana up and recast off the snags.
Sure.
Usually the snag is such an insane tempo play, but Restoration Angel takes a little bit of the wind out of that thing's sails.
Sure.
So we're gonna see a 2 mana. Usually means Snapcaster Mage. I think he's debating between Ponder and Snag, and it looks like it's going to be Ponder. He still has 1 snag left over in his hand. I can't quite tell what he's looking at off of his Ponder. His hand is Delver Ponder.
Okay.
Sorry, Delver Snag.
Delver
rather.
Snag. And we saw Barrett play for Topic yesterday, and he was able to get himself out of some difficult situations. It's very clear that he understands what he's doing with this deck. Down a game right now in a bit of a difficult spot. The game is very, very close.
Yep.
So we'll see if he's going to be able to maneuver his way out of this situation.
Yeah, it's just a lot of the game has to come down to whether or not he's going to be using his Vapor Snags proactively or reactively.
Sure.
That's the big dilemma here. Like, does he snag so he can basically hit for 3 in essence.
Get in there. We know that Alex is a snag as well, so it's possible he snags a Snapcaster, but that play is
clearly would prefer to avoid that if you could.
Yeah, that play is never, a great one. I do like how Alex is just no horsing around with Restoration Angel, not looking to get his card mana leak. Just main phase right now.
Just because a card is an instant does not mean it has to be played as an instant.
That is true.
An oft-forgotten rule. So, Restoration Angel playing defense. Alex still sitting on that Ponder. He wants to leave the Vapor Snag mana up in his hand to give him some flexibility against Pike or something random happening.
Anything really.
As opposed to just casting his Ponder.
Tapping out is just not something that he needs to do right now.
Right. We got 2 mana.
We have another Ponder over there. He's really...
Yeah, he drew Ponder off of his Ponder.
Okay.
Phantasm is pretty awesome.
Not awesome.
It's not awesome. All right, another snag.
He's gonna get in for even more damage.
All right, so that should knock him down to
6. It's either 7 or 6. I guess it might be time for him to cast that snag. It's possible. Yeah, to take care of the image copy.
That's fine. Now you can cast your Ponder.
Finally.
I'm not sure what the dispute here is. Alex is on 2?
That's what it says on Barrett's life pad, too.
Okay. Maybe even with life total change from Western or something.
Yeah, I can see it relatively clearly. He's going to ponder.
I guess Alex declared that he did it inside of combat, not the end of the turn.
Sure. I mean, I don't think at any point Barrett actually passed his turn. I think maybe he was a little hasty with his ponder, or with his vapor snag. He plays an island. He's going to say go. He kept with his ponder, so whatever is up there, he's relatively happy with.
That's a pretty reasonable draw here.
Blade Splicer is a rather good draw.
Does he have a creature in his graveyard? That's a big question mark because he has Moreland Haunt up. So, all right. I like changing the lighting there so the glare is a little less bad. Just played a Blade Splicer. So, if he has a creature in his graveyard, it's pretty awesome for him here because he can use his remaining mana to Moreland Haunt, which pretty effectively holds off the Snapcasters. But I'm not sure if there's a guy in there because we just came in late.
Yeah, and we're checking right now. There's a Snapcaster and there is a Delver.
Okay,
so he does have
he's
two
got
cards.
some food.
Now
so
the card,
that Blade Splicer is pretty ideal.
The card that is in Barrett's hand, if you guys could tell, if you could see it at home, is a Talrund, which he's going to be casting right now. We're not sure if he has an instant to go wrong with Talrund, but Talrund has just resolved. We know that in Alex's hand he has a Restoration Angel, and we're not sure what else. That might be the only card that he ponders. The other card.
Yeah.
Okay.
He left up his mana so he can Moreland Haunt this turn on top of his Blade Splicer. So I don't think Barrett's gonna attack here, right?
I don't think there's any world that he can attack here.
I don't know. It seems bad to me. All right, there we go.
Just going to remove Snapcaster Mage. Going to make a 1/1 Spirit token. And it looks like Alex is sort of even though he's a 2, he's sort of stabilizing right now.
Well, yeah, he basically needs to ponder into Snag. Between that and Restoration Angel, he can have a pretty awesome turn.
Yes.
I think we really need Vapor Snag here.
I don't know. I mean, he definitely needs it. I don't know how badly he needs it.
I mean, that's a pike, and if that pike has to be for infinite, but it's possible it could actually put a. All right, he's shuffling. Okay.
Yeah, it must not be large enough to be able to put on a spirit and do something relevant. I mean, snag is like relatively good because it's going to take care of Talrund for a turn. But he has Restoration Angel that is going to blink Blade Splicer, so he's going to gum up the ground, and he's going to have Moreland Haunt, and he's going to have Restoration Angel.
That was a Snapcaster, I believe,
to gum up the air. So I think that things are really swinging in Alex's direction right now.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He can still easily get punked out from here. But
yes, this tack is relatively safe. There's nothing that can really go wrong here.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, because any sort of answer, he can just. Yeah, he's gonna chump. It looks like. He still has his Restoration Angel, so he has insurance against blinking out the Blade Splicer and still giving his guy first strike.
Yep.
So he's gonna pass with all of his mana up. He was main phasing his Restoration Angels the last couple turns because the only thing he was playing around was Leak. But now, having drawn Snapcaster Mage, he wants to have the flexibility of Snapcastering for Vapor Snag or whatever in case something weird happens.
Sure.
Just says go. Did he draw Mana Leak? Does not appear so.
Let's see what's in Barrett's hand.
Oh, yeah, I can't tell.
I mean, it must not be much action. I feel like if it was
a land,
action,
he just flashed an island.
Dismember that,
which is okay, but not great.
It's going to put himself down to 6. He's going to get to make a 2/2 Drake. But as you said, it's just okay. It's not great. 4 life at this point is highly relevant.
So what did he? Oh, he killed the Restoration Angel.
Yes.
So he's basically trying to threaten lethal with his flyer.
I mean, he's making an attempt of it. The thing is that he's really under the pressure with 2 Golem tokens.
And Moreland Haunt still.
And Moreland Haunt's still there, yeah. So I see an attack with just both Golems.
I don't know what Alex's body language is signaling, but...
That's his I'm attacking you.
Okay.
With Golems. That is.
Okay.
I've seen it before.
Sure.
Yep. So
He's going to fall to 3.
He's going to fall down to 3.
He's still got Snapcaster Mage for Vapor Snag plus Activate Moreland Haunt available to him.
Yes.
So we need some pretty big running cantrip draws right now.
Draw a card. Not quite sure
Thinking,
what Barrett's draw
we know
step
one card.
was.
I'm almost positive one card's a land, and
Yeah.
then whatever his draw step was. Looks like was that a Moreland Haunt? I think I saw. Barrett's doing some counting, so I don't think it was. I think any cantrip would have just been cast pretty much straight away.
Yeah, if he drew a Ponder, he's going to cast it right away, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
3-2, but can he get through?
Yeah, there's a Moreland Haunt. Yeah, I think he is done for. His goose is cooked.
Yeah, I mean between the activation of Moreland Haunt and Snapcaster Mage, Alex is just gonna present too many threats.
It's possible that Barrett still gets another turn if Alex plays
Rather cautiously.
Yeah, if he's worried about whatever. I guess Vapor Snag is the most threatening card he could have here.
Yeah, Vapor Snag bounces a guy and creates an additional blocker.
And knocks him to 1 with Moreland Haunt in play. I mean, there's, you have to be careful. I think he's going to just Alpha Strike here. No, he's leaving his flyers back.
So this is the kind of cautious attack that you just spoke about.
Yeah. So Kroeger is going to get another turn.
And so what I believe is going to happen here is that the Spirit and the Drake are going to block both the Golem tokens, and Talrunda is going to have the opportunity to block Blade Splicer. Is what I would believe is going to happen.
That makes sense. Yeah, the only reason to not block is if Etzel is out of creatures for his Moreland Haunt, but I think he has a Restoration Angel there on top of his graveyard, so. Yeah, he like the only shot that Kroeger has is to get into his turn with his Tolerant Soul in play.
Yes.
When he has some running cantrip draws.
That's the only thing I can see that could possibly win him in this game. And
He's still sitting on his.
Haunt.
I believe it's still Snapcaster Mage he's sitting on, but I'm not positive. Is that just another land?
We know one of them is a land. And once again, if it was a cantrip, I believe, like you said last turn, he would have cast it right away. He just passes back.
Saying go.
He's going to make 2 flyers.
Get our spirits here. There's another Golem, I believe, that's still in play off screen.
Yeah, there is a Golem off play. In play off screen, excuse me.
There it is. So now the question is, like, how many spirits is he willing to send?
I mean, at this point, I'm sending everyone. If I don't know what you could have, but whatever it is, like, I understand that I'm at 3, but I also have Snapcaster Mage, which is just like complete insurance to me.
Yep. It does feel like he's playing a little too cautious. Like, you can assume at this point, like, one of the cards in hand is definitely a land.
Yes.
So, because he's just been sitting on it for too many turns where he would have cast anything. So then the question is, what could he have drawn that turn that's so bad for you that it's worth attacking that conservatively?
Yes.
I guess, it's possible Alex just has it locked up regardless. Like, he doesn't have to worry about... If Kroeger actually has nothing, then he wins the next turn anyway. So
Sure.
There's no reason to risk some weird sequence of something.
Yeah, there's no reason to open yourself up to something that you aren't thinking of. You can
Thought Scour into Snapcaster, into Thought Scour, into now my attack was horrible and I'm dead all the way back.
Yeah,
or something.
where did my board go? How did this happen?
Some weird sequencing.
So that's a Phantasmal Mage.
I ain't doing it.
No.
So yeah, I think now he's contemplating using...
He can finally pull the Snapcaster trigger if he wants
I'm
to.
pretty sure you can just alpha here and
Yeah.
see what happens.
I don't think that Alex has to cast any spells. I think he can if he wants to, Vapor Snag this.
Sure.
Image is going to die, and then the attack is going to finish him off.
Dude, you can just attack.
Yeah, he's just checking. I mean, you have 8 creatures, he has none, and there they are.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Make a token.
All right.
Block.
Take 10. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Alex Etzel wins 2 games to 0 there in the Delver Mirror match.
And he will be going on to the finals to play against Han and his red-black zombie deck. So